Hello everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we're back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're going to talk about Top Gun Maverick and have a quick update and debate over the movie's recent box office success and whether it's really good or really bad for the industry in general. Now, as we all know, Top Gun Maverick is the sequel to the famous original from 1986, which was the highest grossing movie of that particular year, and 36 years later, history has repeated itself in many ways, as Top Gun Maverick hit the $1 billion mark to become the biggest movie of 2022, outgrossing the previous holder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, in terms of the box office breakdown at the time of reporting this video, in US cinemas, the movie grossed $30.5 million in its fourth weekend of release for an overall total of $521.7 million within the US. Internationally, the movie has made around $484.7 million, and this is impressive because the movie has yet to be released in either China or Russia. And the movie itself has had a large positive reception. Many have claimed it as some sort of huge triumph within the industry, saying that it's a very good entertaining movie, and the fact that it's making so much success is great for cinema. Many have proclaimed Tom Cruise as the last remaining A-list movie star. Now, this is something I disagree with, and you can check out a previous video that I've talked about regarding that subject, and I'll leave a link within the description. But when we look at the overall success of the movie, we ask the question as to whether its billion-dollar gross is really good or really bad for the industry. Now, a lot of people will say that it's very good for the industry. A lot of people have stated that the film is good old-fashioned summer blockbuster entertainment, something that has seemingly been lost in a huge wave of superhero movies. Many have pointed out that it's somewhat of a relief to have a film that is completely free, seemingly of any identity, politics or agenda. And in that sense, it's overall good for the entertainment industry in general. But we could look at it from another perspective and actually say that the success for the film could be bad for the industry. Now, despite not seeing it myself, we have to call out the movie for what it truly is, which is basically a nostalgic sequel cash grab. Very much in the same fashion as what we saw with Ghostbusters Afterlife, The Matrix Resurrections and Jurassic World amongst recent entries. And isn't it something that we've been complaining about for many years as fans, that there's too much of a reliance on sequels, reboots and remakes, and not enough focus of original concepts and ideas, certainly within the mainstream box office. So if that's the case, then surely Top Gun Maverick's success will only propel further nostalgic sequels in the future, right? Because as we all know, when a movie succeeds on this large scale, then studios will want to replicate it and will follow the same trend which has been set by the success of this particular movie. And just to be clear here, this isn't me hating on the movie. As I said, I've yet to see it. And at the same time, if people have deemed it a very good, enjoyable film to watch, then of course it deserves to make its money. And I've always stated previously that Tom Cruise is one of the legendary A-listers from the 80s decades that we had so many of during that time. And it's always great to see him remain prolific within the industry. But if this trend continues in terms of these constant nostalgic sequels, then is that really good for the industry in the long run? Surely we want to see more original concepts being put out there. If something like Top Gun Maverick makes over $1 billion, then we're not going to see any more fresh concepts because the studios, again, will be too risk averse to putting their bets on some new original content in terms of the mainstream. Now, yes, we do see plenty of original films that make their way onto streaming, but in terms of a theatrical concept, that's not really good because when they go onto streaming, they maybe have 1 day, 2 days worth of coverage and then we don't hear about the movie again. And whilst Top Gun Maverick proved to be very favourable amongst critics and audiences, that won't always be the case. I'm sure we'll get plenty of other remakes and sequels that won't prove to be as favourable, and many will deem them to be another cash grab. That's something I think we need to consider when we celebrate the movie's overall success. Again, not hating on the movie at all, and as I stated previously, if people enjoy it and people find it to be good, then it deserves to make all the money. But at the same time, I just think we have to be wary that a success for Top Gun Maverick means that in the future we'll get far less original films being brought into the mainstream and studios being far less motivated to fund huge money behind more newer content, which is what I believe is most beneficial for the industry in the long run. So those are my quick thoughts on Top Gun Maverick, its major success at reaching $1 billion at the box office, becoming the highest grossing movie of 2022 so far, and whether it's indeed very good or very bad for the industry in general and the overall future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you think Top Gun Maverick is very good for the industry, then are you happy to see far more nostalgic sequel cash grabs in the future, even more so than what we were getting before? Or are you like me and do you feel that we should be trying to veer away from something like Top Gun Maverick in terms of its overall concept, not necessarily its quality, but its overall idea, in the sense that it's much more of a sequel to an iconic movie from yesteryear, and that we should be seeing far more focus on newer and original ideas, and not only that those newer and original movies should be given their fair shot in terms of a mainstream success, in terms of having a sizable budget and marketing to give them chance to connect with audiences in the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you like this type of debate within the channel and you look to see me cover more topics like this, then drop me further suggestions and I'll see if I can provide further commentary for you in the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay at safe distances, and I will see you very, very soon.